Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm
12 years. I never expected it to turn out like this. TheBoxingVoice.com. Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
What's happening, people? Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem wrong, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida. Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Mikey K, Detroit, stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, nuts, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amin of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Superman, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
Jesus' name. Without Chad ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish, Vegas, Palm Beach, Florida.
Detroit, the Incredible, straight out the ATL.
James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama. It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
Coach Midday from London, UK.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Checking in from Tennessee, it's legal. James, P-A-Y-N-E. It's legal.
Line 6 Reed, just spreading that boots gospel.
Bo from Bama, only in America.
But I'm a true attestation to the American dream.
King Born, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You heard? 4 chicken wings and french fries, breakfast and champions. Let's get to it.
JT, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Stuff like that.
Yo, TVV, this Coach J-Mac. New Orleans, Louisiana, 504, baby.
What have you?
C, Y, E.
California.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for some.
This is the #1 pound for pound and 2 division champion, Marvin the Tank Furman from Dallas, Texas.
LB Southern, from DC to Stunt City, Bomb Squad.
Brandon Maurice, a.k.a. the AJ Trucking, straight out of Cincinnati, baby.
Madpack 100, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Chickarelli, Hollywood, California.
Louis Reyes, Boston, Mass. Yo, drop that SDS shit,
This
son.
message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
The voice of the people. There is no equal. You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. TheBoxingVoice.com.
As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. If you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time episode of TBV. Twice a day, we are the Breakfast Club of Boxing. And shit, we might as well be putting you to sleep, especially on the East Coast. You know, depending on how good the show goes, it could be 10 p.m. Eastern. Today, no guest schedule. But even though this show is about Shakur Navarrete, I'll tell you, man, I just got a tip from an insider. You know, I trust my peoples. Same peoples, you know, that told me some stuff, so I believe them. They saying it's cap. It was close to $1 million. It wasn't necessarily $1 million or over $1 million for that matter. You know, people are the quote is excess of $1 million is what Frank was offered. I'm hearing it's cappy appy. It wasn't $1 million, but it was close too. So it still was almost 4 times Frank's payday. I'm hearing his last official payday was $250,000, which is 250, which, according to Shakur, would be 4 times his amount. But again, I'm hearing it wasn't necessarily over $1 million. That being said, Emanuel Navarrete, aka Vaquero, held a press conference where he had a lot to say specifically about Shakur Stevenson. Now, I'll give you the rough paraphrase version, and then we'll get into his Spanish quotes and Google Translation in case I can't translate it good enough. But basically, he want to fight Shakur. He willing to fight Shakur next in December if Shakur got a belt. And if he ain't got a belt, well, then he like, fuck, if he don't got a belt, then we could fight next in December at a catchweight. You feel me? He said, he'd love to fight him for a belt so that he could be 4-time champion. But if he ain't got no belt, cool, let's just do it at a catchweight then. No need to go all the way up there. And let's get it in. This is not the first time Navarrete has talked about Shakur, not the first time that he said he wants to fight. And that's why we run in with the hunter being hunted. And truth be told, this is the best thing Shakur has out there, right? Like, there's no more Frank Martin on the table. De Los Santos is cool, but Navarrete is more known. Like, it don't matter what you think about, Navarrete is a better option for Shakur. He might as well jump on that, push his fight back, or see can Navarrete go earlier. Because obviously they wanted to do Shakur here in Vegas November 16th. I don't know that Navarrete could be ready for that. But it's a good fight. Navarrete is a multiple division champion. He would be moving up. It would be a good voluntary defense for Shakur, but Shakur don't have a title. So right now it's like, does De Los Santos take it? And if De Los Santos don't take it, remember that Jermaine Ortiz fights Saturday. So the WBC will quickly re-rank him, who's like at number 6 right now. He'll probably jump De Los Santos because of his activity. Then he'd have to make a quick turnaround to fight Shakur in November. That's a lot to ask, but as far as I know, Jermaine is willing to do it. I spoke to his team today. Jermaine's already in Mexico. And, the rest of the team is getting there. But, I was told that if they offer Jermaine a fight after this fight, they taking it. So yeah, and I was told by them that they feel like once this fight happens, they'll also be ranked higher than De Los Santos, quite possibly. And that it makes more sense for them to get the fight since it's in-house. And all that makes sense. Again, it's going to come down to De Los Santos. The thing is now, cat's out the bag. Everyone knows what Frank was getting, quote unquote. So De Los Santos and Samson going to play that hardball to get as much as they can for the Shakur fight. For Shakur, it's probably best if you do fight De Los Santos for that vacant, then you and Navarrete next year in a bigger fight, that's built up properly. Unless somehow they could do Navarrete Shakur for the WBO. But Shakur's highly ranked in the WBC. I doubt he's going to turn his attention anywhere else. He's already locked in. They've sent out multiple offers. So Vaquero will certainly be a later option. I don't think it can happen in December the way that he's putting out there. Now, had he been a former WBC champion, then maybe Top Rank could have put in some sort of petition for him to challenge the WBC champion above. Since there's none, fight for the vacant versus Shakur. But Navarrete's been more of a WBO fighter than anything else. So I don't see that happening either. Again, best case scenario for Shakur, in my opinion, is going to be De Los Santos in November and Vaquero next year, which it's a decent fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a decent fight. And I think right now, I feel like it's the biggest thing out there for Shakur. But, yeah, I mean, the hunter's certainly becoming hunted now. This is not the first time that Vaquero speaks about Shakur and a potential fight with Shakur. And there's not a lot of people asking for the fight, right? So we'll see what happens. I'm going to open up these phone lines if you guys want to talk about this news. Let me actually give you the tweets from Salvador Rodriguez, who reported on this news a little earlier. And this is the first of two. Actually, let me just pull those both up at once. And again, this is the first of two. And let me see how good I can do this, right? Zoom in. Me gustaría pelear en diciembre, buscar unificar y si no, nos irimos a ligero. Y si hay está consolidado, I don't know, I guess that means consolidation, consolidado como campeón Shakur Stevenson, sería un placer enfrentarlo por el tetraca. I have no clue, but he put quadruple. That means quadruple. I only know this because I've already seen the Google translation. So he wants to face the quadruple champion. Y si no es campeón, entonces un peso intermedio entre la 135 y 130. So he says basically if he's not a champion, then I'd like to face Shakur in some sort of interim weight between 130 and 135. Let's give you the translated post, which isn't going to sound great, but it still does the job. It says, I would like to fight in December, seek to unify, and if not, we will go to lightweight. And if Shakur Stevenson is consolidated as a champion there, it would be a pleasure to face him for the 4-time championship. And if he is not a champion, then an intermediate weight between 135 and 130. All right, so there's more. This is the secondary one. He says, sé que muchos pensarán que antes de Shakur Stevenson tengo el 99.9 de posibilidad de perder, pero ese 0.1 es lo que necesito para pensar que puedo ganar y hacer historia. Which he says, I know that 99.9% of you guys basically think I'm going to win, but that 1% of you who believe I can win, that's all I need to win and to make history. So he's really motivated by the fight. And this is another reason why Shakur should just go ahead and jump on this fight. You know, he brings a fan base. They have a common opponent now. Actually, two, right? I'm pretty sure Shakur fought Pitufo too, right? Let me just double check. But I'm pretty sure Shakur might have fought Christopher Diaz. I know Navarrete fought Christopher Diaz. Let me pull up Shakur versus, because I know Navarrete fought him. But I feel like Shakur fought Diaz too. I could be wrong. Let's check. Oh yeah, he did fight him. Christopher Diaz, 2019, 420. Salute. Fought him on 420. That's what's up.
Smoke weed every day.
So they got that common opponent. Then they got the common opponent in Oscar Valdez. What else do they got? I think that might be it. Let me check if Navarrete fought Yoet, which I doubt. But, you know, they've been throwing Yoet in there with everybody. I wonder if people would complain. Actually, we should just do that poll first before I move on. I wonder if you guys would complain though that he's moving up in weight, that he's too small. And what kind of chance are you giving him? We're gonna find out here on the poll. We're gonna do a who wins and why. So we got or how, right? Who wins and how? We're doing Shakur by KO and decision. I mean, obviously each option for both. But again, if you want to call in and voice your opinion, the number to call 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. I've shown the tweets now. And also we're on Twitter and Discord. If you want to use those methods to call in, feel free, do so. We're going out to Brandon. No, Quan on Twitter. What up? Give me a sec, Quan. Looks like this is going to be a reoccurring thing. Every time we need to connect, we're going to have to disconnect and reconnect is what it looked like. Quan, you there? Quan? Check, check. You. Try this again. Quan, you there? All right. I don't hear you. We're going to have to get another person to check in on the Twitter Spaces, but the landline is open. Got a couple callers there. Don't forget to press 1. James is telling me sound is good on Twitter, but I'm not. There you go. Now we should be able to hear you, Quan. You there?
Hey, yo, you can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, for sure, for sure. See, I'm just tapping in, looking at this topic. To be honest, man, I would rather see the De Los Santos fight first,
Mm-hmm.
and it's because of the styles. I mean, I feel like Shakur, he gonna serve Navarrete up just like he did Valdez. So it's like I want to see De Los Santos first. But if Shakur get the WBC, Navarrete move up, of course I would like to see that fight, like in a fight or two. But yeah, that's all I got on
What
that.
do you think? Is there anything bigger out there for Shakur not named? You know, I mean, what's bigger than Navarrete right now with everything that you've heard about Shakur and what fights are off and on the table? Do you think this is there something else out there you think Top Rank can do for him?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it is hard. He in a tough spot because I mean they pretty much try to do everything they can. I mean it's like nobody take the fight, so I honestly don't know.
Any
I
other
don't know if
fight?
it is
Any other
anything else.
fight you think would be better than this that you would prefer to see
For Shakur?
for Shakur?
I feel like it was only them the few fighters he had lined up. I wanted to see him fight. I was hyped for the Frank Martin fight. So it's really for me. It's not no other ones for me. I don't think nobody go. I don't think nobody gonna be able to really challenge him. That's why. Looking for unless he. Yeah though. But yeah, tap in up to my guy Charles Pugh, USA Boxing down there in Colorado. He getting it in. Probably gonna be fighting in about an hour or two. Tap in on that live stream. He let me figure out which ring he in. He in it's about 11 ring 2. It was supposed to be about 16, but a couple of them got scratched. So he 11. Y'all tap in and yeah.
All right, Quan. Salute.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. I don't know what else is out there and available. I mean, I'll pull up the rankings, but I don't know what's out there and available for Shakur that's bigger than this particular matchup with Navarrete at the moment. And that's available, right? I mean, it's not that much out there. But I'm screen sharing the division, and I mean, Again, Vasil in the WBC, he's taking a break, semi-retired. Shakur is your number 2. He's trying to fight everybody. Isaac Cruz already said no. Frank Martin just said no. William Cepeda has a fight and already said no when it was an eliminator. De Los Santos is what we're waiting on, and Jermaine Ortiz has a fight on Saturday. And Shoshino already lost. So this is what you got to look forward to. Murataya. Kambosos is said to be fighting Vasil next year, possibly according to Bob. Maxie deserves a shot, but he can't beat Shakur. Keyshawn Davis won't fight Shakur. And let me just double check Abdulayev because I feel like he fought Saturday. Make sure he picked up the win. Damn, where box rec at, champ? What the hell? Oh, here it goes. Feel like he fought Saturday. What's this? March. Okay, so he's fighting this Sunday? No. Wait, why does this say 9-8? So he was supposed to have fought. I don't know if it happened in Russia. It hasn't been confirmed on BoxRec. I knew I seen him on the schedule. He was supposed to have fought on the 8th. Some undefeated dude in Russia, which hasn't happened yet. Or did happen, and I don't know. But Abdulayev would be a decent fight. He's beaten Linares, right? And Linares is now scheduled to face Catterall. So we'll see how old he is, right? People laughed. They say, oh, Devin's fighting Linares. No one's saying a peep about Catterall fighting an even older Linares, which is hilarious. That's how you know the dude needs to truly turn into Devin Dollars. He receives hella hate. Even the other day, I seen people saying Shakur should fight Linares. And Shakur responded on Twitter saying, you know, he'd fight him if that's who came across his table or some shit like that. But we'll see what Linares does. I mean, look at his poor record. He hasn't won in a while. You know, going into the Devin Haney fight was his biggest win streak, which is 2 in a while since before then when he fought Gesta. All common, though. Gesta's fighting Zepeda. Linares is now fighting Catterall. So, you know, these things, all relevant. But if you look at your top 10, Top Rank has Vasil, who's busy and rather fight Kambosos. Kambosos, who rather fight Vasil. Isaac is not with them. Javante is not with them. Ryan is not with them. Frank is not with them. Cepeda is not with them. So Hughes works with Lou. So, you know, I mean, Hughes works with them because of Lou DeBella and Raymond Murataya. So I go back to the beginning. Navarrete is a bigger name than Murataya, than Maxie Hughes. I don't know about Kambosos, but Navarrete is the best thing he's got. There's nothing out there. If we go to the WBO, I've never heard of this guy. Sharif Quay, I don't know who that is. Oh, wow, Oscar Dante made it. But he ain't going nowhere. I never heard of this dude. Angel Fierro, he's about to fight this week, I believe. Let me double check that. Angel's on a he's in Mexico, I think, this weekend, right? 9:15. But I'm nasty with this shit. He's in Mexico this weekend, so you know, and he's with the Zone. I don't know how that's, and he's not sexy. You tell me Shakur Stevenson versus Angel Fierro, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Ain't nobody invite. I'm not inviting not a motherfucking soul to my house to watch that shit. Nobody. Nobody's invited. That's how whack that shit is, bro. Come on. Like, they got to get us something that we going to be excited about, and I don't see it. I don't see it. You know, you could stop in at 35 to get a belt and make some history, but there's not a lot for Shakur Stevenson, unfortunately. Like that Frank Martin fight was big. And I have no clue why Frank ain't take it. Let me tell you. I have no clue. I think he's gonna hire new management from what I'm hearing. My question of how does he care about public perception? Um, wasn't answered. That shit wasn't answered. I would love for that to get answered because, bro, you can't be out here not taking these fights when you have said so much. But we got Bags. What up? Twitter Spaces. Majid, I see you. My bad. Bags, you got to unmute.
All right, you hear me?
I mean, you sound like you're on a speaker.
Yeah, everybody you name get washed.
You still sound like you on
Can
a
you hear me
speak.
now?
All right, now we hear you.
My bad. Yeah, everybody you name get washed at 135. Even Navarrete. The better fight is De Los Santos.
I
But
don't know. I don't
since
know
they
that
was talking
they
about
get washed. I mean, you don't think his awkwardness counts for nothing? Washed?
yes
That
and
reach?
no, but
Let me pull up his thing. Go ahead. But I mean, just that reach. He's a 72-inch reach.
this might sound crazy, but they
Shakur
was
got a
talking about it with Tank. What if
68.
move in the way up? It don't matter. Shakur's too skillful.
They both
None of
5'7".
that don't matter.
So move in the way up for who? For Shakur?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it's not
They was
crazy.
talking about it with Tank.
I know we was talking about it with Tank, but I don't know that they ready. Plus, Shakur is not Tank. Like you heard, it was not Bob talking about it. It was the promoter of Inoue. He like, yeah, we want to build him to a pay-per-view fight with Tank because they understand what Tank brings economically. That's what I'm saying. We got to get Shakur on that level so people want to fight him.
Everybody know he on that level. That's why they don't want to fight him.
Well, I mean on that level economically, where you see you got dudes like 2 divisions below to my I want to get up there and fight him on a pay-per-view. Like that's different right there.
The only one who could do it is Inoue.
Yeah.
Move up and fight on pay-per-view.
Especially in his country, from what I'm hearing, he makes major bank over there.
And that'd be probably Shakur's biggest purse.
Quite possibly.
But yeah,
Shit. All right.
That's all I had to say. Shout out to you though.
Appreciate it. Yo, it's funny.
Yep.
I took that stab in the dark, yo. They do have common opponent with Joet. They both did fight Joet, Pitufo, and Valdez. It's crazy, yo. Top Rank is so good at recycling fighters. See, that's what PBC where they fail at. A fighter for them take a loss and it's a wrap. You don't see that motherfucker for a year, 18 months. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Look at Joet. Opportunity after opportunity. He could end up being our generation's, or rather this generation's Beltron, where homie was a journeyman sparring partner and still end up winning the title because Top Rank was loyal to him. They just kept putting him in title shots till eventually he won one of them shits. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it looked like. Joet, like let me click on this, man. Joet about to fight for another fucking belt, I believe. Look, he about to fight Luis Alberto Lopez for another belt. I mean, I ain't never seen a motherfucker that ain't win more blessed than that, bro. I swear, I promise you, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Title shot after title shot after title shot. My man gonna end up getting a tune-up and lose to a tune-up because he's so used to getting title shots. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be able to get up for it. But shout out to Top Rank. That's what they do good. They recycle. It's weird how they work though, because every now and again they'll cut a motherfucker if they lose. But a guy like Joet, I guess. Cause look, he was with Golden Boy when he fought Shakur. lost to Shakur and got signed to Top Rank. Think about that for a second, man. Motherfuckers get cut from Top Rank for losing. He got picked up. Keep it moving. $2 super chat. Jamel said he might want Chris Brown to walk him out. 2 beers toasting. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Chris is in my era. You feel me? Plus, Chris showed that he fucks with the Lions only, a long time ago. That's old news. So I guess I don't know that he's like the dude to walk you out though right now. I don't know. I heard he might have dropped some new work or something, but I feel like Chris has been shadow banned ever since that Rihanna shit. I'm just sorry. Like, he lost a lot. I could be wrong. Again, we know I only watch boxing. James Benitez, $10. No good names available at 135. Salute to you for the $10. Apologies for the late horn. No good names available at 135, but if he do a one-off at 40, he could fight a Lipinets now. Besides, nobody cared for that Thursday boxing. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't move up to 40 to fight Lipinets. That's garbage. What is the point of that? Honestly, like, no. Tio moved up. I mean, I get it. Wait. See, you only as good as your last fight. I was about to say Tio moved up and fought Taylor. That's not true. He actually had 2 fights before Taylor. Pedro Campa and Sam Don Martin. So I guess fighting Lipinets is better than Pedro Campa. But bro, that's not it, man. Honestly, that ain't it. Brandon, who be trolling? What up? Brandon, going once. Shit, I went to Brandon and said, "Oh my God, Majid, my bad. What up, Majid?" If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. It's gonna help with the visibility of the show. Put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans. Majid, what the fuck? We lost him. Big If. Oh damn, Majid just jumped back on.
Hey yo, salute, man. What's going on with you, man?
What up?
Yo, salute. Yo, I don't really want to talk much about the topic, because I feel like it's a foregone conclusion at this point. But I missed the morning show, and I was listening to that on my way back from work. And I just want to say, whoever that coach is, that manager, like you gotta have guest host a show with you from time to time, man. Son was going crazy. He was bugging out on everybody, and it's cool. It's refreshing to see like people like just speak their mind, every once in a while, as opposed to being political and everything, man. Kind of like you do, you know what I mean? But I just want to say salute, man. That had me dying on my way back from work, man, when I was listening to the show. But I just want to say salute to you, man. And I'm
Appreciate
out.
it. Appreciate it. Yes, for anybody that didn't catch that interview, that was Brian Cohen, man. I've been wanting that interview for a long time. He's man, I don't know, bro. I mean, I use the word monopoly because of how many women he's got, but I don't know, maybe that's the wrong phrase. But like, he's got so many women in that as that he manages, all big names, all names you've seen. And I wanted that story, and we got it, man. We certainly got it. So you should check that out. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. It's everywhere. And it was a really good interview um, with a guy that's been in the game now 13 years doing his thing. So pretty good. We got Majid is back.
Yo, is working now?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Yo, shout out to you earlier, you know what I'm saying, having an interview with the first manager, pimp, you know what I'm saying? Technically, he a pimp in a way. He got a lot of girls under the band of the belt. He just seemed hella pimpish to me. And he know how to throw some hands and shit, trying to fight, other people and shit. Like, yeah, shout out to him in that, you know what I'm saying? But he got all the bitches' numbers in the book, legally. He ain't cheating or nothing. But Yeah, man. I think Shakur Stevens with Navarrete, I'm like, I don't think none of us like it, but that shit just reminded me when Tank fought that other Garcia, not Ryan Garcia, the other one. Wasn't he a weight class lower?
Yeah.
Everybody was cool with that, and then we got I hate that shit, but I'm gonna say it, that fucking Mexican versus black shit. I'm like, man, that's gonna bring a crowd. So I'm like, if Tank could do it, man, we taking blueprints from y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the fight, that's the fight. And I don't really see nothing wrong with it. The nigga can't get nothing, so why not just start up the rivalry that niggas do all the time in boxing anyway, and try to get a dub out of it. Shakur just got to put his head down and keep working at this point. And if something come, a big fight to bless you, then you get it. But other than that, well, I think not do it. But that's all I got, man.
Ignore that bell. I just never restarted it,
Mm.
champ.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, I just was saying that. I just think that if he do this fight or whatever, it ain't what people want to see. But you know what? How many belts did Navarrete win in his career, like overall?
3.
Yeah. So is that any different from Leo Santa Cruz?
Yeah, Leo had 4.
Oh, all right, one less, no stress. But shit, I mean, why not put that shit under the belt for right now until you figure out what's next? Because really, I wanted to see him against like a Jermaine Ortiz or something, like some of those young gunners, somebody in the weight class. But a little homie, little orangutan guard want to jump up and get chipped up too. Shit, fuck it. At this point, whoever decides to sign a contract, you just gotta whoop him up until you get that shit
Let
you're
me
looking
ask you:
for. You ain't getting it right now, so it gotta be alright. You know what I'm saying? You don't like the way the food tastes, but you about to have to eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But
What's
shout out to
bigger?
you for keep huh?
What's bigger to you, De Los Santos versus Shakur or Navarrete versus Shakur?
Sound like a fucking casual because I halfway even remember who the fuck De Los Santos is. I don't even is that the one that signed with PBC?
Yeah, that's the one that beat Rayo by knockout, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I like that dude too. Yeah, I like him too. I would pretty much rather see that shit all day because there's a nigga in this weight class that got a credible win at the weight class. So, but if we just gonna do it for accolades, getting another belt at the weight class. But I like I can't even De Los Santos, whatever the fuck his name is. I
You
like that
got it.
fight better to be honest, 100% funky like. But I'm just my spirit kind of broken with these cross promotions. Like I don't feel like we gonna get that shit. The more we believe, the more disappointed we is. So I feel like he might as well. Oh yeah, next one more thing, a question. Did Shakur say that he had one more year with Top
Yeah,
Rank under contract?
yeah, he said it on the Akim Barak show.
Oh, all right,
But he
yeah.
told them he
So
ain't
so
want
as
to.
far as I'm
They tried to
concerned,
ask how many
I
fights
just want
that
that.
was, and he ain't want to say. He said, he prefer not to talk about that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just hoping that he keep himself busy till he get out that contract and then, see what the fuck he do. And I think that'd be a better way to gauge what he really trying to do in this boxing game. But that's the best I had, man, and that's all I got. And you know what I'm saying? I'll
All right,
counterpunch if somebody make me feel like it.
you the man,
But
champ. I got Al in the Bay. What up?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
You on Bluetooth or something? Cause you don't sound right.
Nah. I just I had walked to my cousin's house and they was doing their homework, so I wasn't trying to be too loud, but I'm outside now. Um, yeah, man. Uh, that Frank Martin, man, that's crazy, man. How you just gonna cancel the fight just like that? Like, was the contract signed already by both parties?
Nah. So what I'm hearing is they was negotiating. They allegedly sent over one offer, and TGB countered with a number on top of that number. They agreed to it, so they sent the contract and all the terms for that deal, And then Frank said no.
Oh, so right before he had to sign it, he just backed out. Yeah, man. If it ain't like no family issue, then yeah, man, I don't understand it. But I understand if it was like a family issue that he had to deal with, so he didn't want that to be on his mind. But if it was on some, I don't know if I can beat him type of stuff, or they don't know if they can beat him, it's like, why send a contract though? That's so disrespectful. Yeah, man. For Shakur, for him, I would try to just get the belt and then fight Navarrete earlier next year, or sometime in March or something like that. You feel me? So it won't be like y'all on equal playing field or nothing like that. You'd be like, you the champ, and he got to come up to your weight class. So that's what I would do if I was managing Shakur. I'd been like, let's focus on trying to get this belt. I know people keep bagging off, but we're gonna keep going down the line. The next person to sign a contract who's ready to go, that's who we're gonna play against. That's who we're gonna fight against, man. And then we're gonna worry about Navarrete next year, sometime next year. So yeah, man, that's just the way I look at situations. But yeah, man, I was definitely looking forward to that Frank Martin fight though. That's my call.
All right.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Shout out. Let me see here. Looks like Top Rank is running with everything that's going on. Shout out to their social media team. And this, yup. See, Shakur, he knows what he's doing, right? He stood on Frank's helmet. People don't do this. Like Devin didn't do this to Shakur. Shakur staying on again Frank's helmet, right? He's like, when Frank says I ain't duck nobody, Shakur put out a tweet that we talked about that he deleted. Then he put out another one that he didn't delete, obviously calling Cap with the Cap emoji. But look at his promotion. This is when you know they behind you, right? His own promoter running with it. His own promoter running with it on a social media, on Instagram and Twitter. They asking is Shakur Stevenson the most avoided fighter in boxing. Then they stole the shit and put the duck hunt with the Mike Tyson punch out and the duck hunt in one. This was I. This is I. This is fresh too. This just happened 3 minutes ago. Motherfuckers listening to the show or what? You feel me? Fats, what up? 3 minutes ago. They need to shout us out, man. The way PBC be all in our comment section. What up, champ? I hear you.
Yo, what it do, baby? I
Ooh.
missed the fucking early show. I gotta catch up on that, man. I was a little busy and shit. But they saying Shakur Ray fight Navarrete.
Navarrete asking for the fight. He calling for it. He held a press conference. Salvador Rodriguez of ESPN is reporting that Navarrete said he want to fight Shakur in December. And if Shakur ain't got no belt, then he willing to fight him at a catchweight.
Yeah, damn, man. But remember on Paid in Full, what he say? I ain't eating, man. I feel bad for Shakur, man. Damn, bro. He just can't get a fight, man. Damn, I mean, it's crazy, bro. Because I thought that Frank Martin fight was a good fight. Like, Frank too old to be playing them type of games. But I seen a tweet. Frank said he ain't duck shit, but I ain't see no explanation behind, like, I guess, you know what I mean, what happened and shit. So I don't get how you just go and say that. I mean, you did duck him. I mean, you get what I'm saying, man?
It's gonna be what it always is. They gon'
what?
Like, he wasn't happy with the number, so it ain't ducking
Man,
to people.
they playing duck goose out that bitch. Everybody over PBC, man. Him, Pitbull, Cruz, all them niggas, man. Like, You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, bro, like, again, man, like, if that shit was real with Devin Haney, bro, like, I don't see how you just back away from that, bro. Like, and that's the only thing that get me about him. Like, I see the skills and shit. Like, he not really one of my favorite fighters, but I keep it real though. Like, I wasn't even expecting Devin Haney to offer him a contract. I thought he just was gonna move up. Like, Shorty really offered you something, like, and you just back out of that. Like, I think that's crazy, bro. Like, and you ain't eating right now. Like, it seems like it's hard for you to eat. Like, you got motherfuckers playing these type games with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now you gotta fight Navarrete at a catch weight. Like, that ain't the type of fight you said you wanted and shit. Like,
Is
you know what I
Navarrete
mean? Like,
bigger than Frank in your opinion? Which fight is bigger? Because Navarrete 3-time champ. He won a belt at 22,
I think
26,
it's not.
30.
I mean, you saying big fight like what? Is it pay per view?
I mean, I'm gonna be real.
It's a
I
good
think
fight. It's a good fight.
I think Core is fighting him on pay per view. Cause they ain't put Valdez on pay per view, but Navarrete is a 3-time champ now. Like, and they running
Yeah,
out of
Navarrete.
options.
He good, but I mean, you know, if they do put it on pay per view, they put it on pay per view. I ain't one of them people who saying it ain't gonna be a pay per view fight or it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not stopping nobody from getting their money, but you know, I think it's a good fight. Is it a big fight? No, it's not. It's not a. I don't even think it's. I think
So you think
Frank and him would do the same viewership. I think it's equal. I think him and Frank would do the same. You know what I mean? Like same type of hype, but it's just that Navarrete they got that background behind them, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you gotta account for that shit. But I don't think too many black dudes, like too many niggas, I mean, we don't really fuck with them. You got some hardcores and shit, but them dudes know Pitbull Cruz before they know Navarrete, you feel me? Like they don't really know yo like that. They know Pitbull Cruz.
Breaking up fast, we losing you. Yep. Uh-oh.
I think it's a good fight. That's easy, bro. I'm gonna keep on tuning in though. That's
Alright. You went through a little bit of a dead zone there. But yeah, man, this is what we talking about, man. This is what we talking about. Shakur, Navarrete. What you guys think? We going out to Huang in Houston. What up?
Yo, yeah, I ain't too excited about it. I mean, I ain't mad at it. No, maybe at a 130, 132, 133 with catch weight. But I prefer Jermaine Ortiz.
I don't think
That'd be a
Shakur
good
giving him a
fight.
catch weight. I'm gonna be real. I think Shakur looking at it like, bro, you ain't got no belt. You want to fight me? I'm not giving you a catch weight. I'm not sucking down. I moved up because I couldn't make those lower weights. So I don't know.
But see, that's why I feel they be doing it. That's why Jack, they like, you know what? Let me catch him right now, and then I won't look back because I could just say like, well, you know what? I did it while he's still fresh at it, so he ain't settled at the weight. But nah, I don't like that shit. I didn't even think Navarrete. I mean, of course he won, but I didn't think he just punished. A lot of people acting like he punished Oscar Valdez.
I mean, he did punish Oscar Valdez. Come on.
But he ain't knock him out. That to me, you know, is like Bud punished Earl Spence. You know, I don't really say that he got that Valdez got punished.
Bro, but people was calling for Valdez's retirement.
Yeah, but it's that style. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look how many times Navarrete missed where it just looked like he was just swinging, just chunking it whenever and however he could. That's their style. That's that Mexican style. I don't really get excited by that, but I don't knock them because that's a warrior. That's the way they fight. Some people fight with nunchucks. Some people fight with swords. That's how they fight. And, you know, shit, he was still fucking Valdez was chunking all the way to the end. Till he couldn't chunk no more. Wasn't doing nothing. Didn't have nothing behind it. But, you know, I don't think Navarrete, that performance didn't show me he ready for Shakur. No.
But he destroyed the dude. Shakur's biggest opponent, he got the knockout, right? Because I don't think. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure motherfucking Valdez made it 12 with Shakur and with Navarrete. Oh, they both win UDs, but you seen that ass whooping he got with Navarrete. It was worse, man. It looked worse. His face definitely looked worse.
Yeah. Man, who else they got at 135 top rank?
Cambosis.
That's available to fight. No Comeys or nothing like that. They
No,
all at 140 now.
Cambosis and Murataya.
Damn, why he don't? Oh,
Why
but
they keep
Cambo's gonna
saying?
fight with
Everybody keep
Lomachenko.
telling me send Jamel Herring a link. Jamel not even in the Twitter. I hit him up on Instagram. He ain't respond back, fam. So I don't know which Jamel Herring. Where is he? I don't see him. Yeah, I don't see him. But we here, man. We here for the shit. Anybody want to jump on? You done, Juan?
Yeah, I'm out, man. Appreciate the late night show, man, and the breaking news you gave us earlier. I didn't even know you did a show, and then I was like, what the fuck? There was a short ass show. That was a good one.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'm out, man. See y'all.
All right. Who we got in the? Going out to. Salute to everybody calling in. Remember, you could call in using the landline right above my head, 1425-569-5241. Or they say he was in the chat. Jamel, check your Instagram then. I mean, I can't send you the link in the live chat, champ. Check that DM and I'll send it to you there. We got Dope in Atlanta. What up?
What's good, my boy Ness? What's good, the Boxing Voice?
Chilling.
So I like the Navarrete fight. I get it. It's an in-house fight. It's top rank. They could probably dress it up as like Mexico versus Puerto Rico or some shit like that. But I don't understand why nobody. If we talking about moving people up and everything, I don't understand why nobody's saying O'Shaquie Foster, man. Like O'Shaquie Foster, he the WBC.
Well, he got a fight.
He just made Ray Vargas look.
He got a fight right now with and Rocky Hernandez on the Zone. I'll look it up for you so you get the date. But he's busy.
Okay. I didn't know he was busy, but I'm like, why nobody talking about Shock? Like, Shock damn near the same type of fighter as Frank Martin, like slick black fighter.
I don't know. You gotta see what
fucking average.
We gotta see what O'Shaquie take it because they have sparred. I know that much.
Nah, I really like that fight. I feel like people sleep on it. You know what I'm saying?
O'Shaquie is scheduled.
Bring O'Shaquie.
He's scheduled to fight October 28th.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought my boy was still looking for a fighter himself, but that would have been a good matchup. But we gonna talk about bringing anybody up. I would have liked to see that Shock versus Shakur. I think that would have been a good little matchup. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I like it. I've been to Shock's gym a few times. Him and Bobby Benton cool with me. I was there for his last fight when he was training for Ray Vargas.
Okay. So yeah, man, I didn't know he had a fight, but that I would have definitely liked to see that, man. Shock versus Shakur, that would have been a good ass matchup, no cap. So, but that's my call, man. Shout out to Ness, shout out to the Boxing Voice, man.
All right, appreciate you, man. What the fuck? Brandon, trying you again.
Hello?
What up?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, all right, perfect. My bad. I think something was wrong with my mic before. But anyways, what up next, bro? Bro, I don't think nobody can really take down Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson. He's up on it coming up. He's gonna be great, one of the greats for guaranteed. I already know it, just based on his fights in the past. Nobody's gonna like take that like from him. Like the bro can literally swing as hard as like anybody. But the thing is, though, I think there might be one person. I think if he goes against Tank, okay, it sounds crazy, Don't get me wrong. If he goes against Tank, I think Tank could probably hit him where it hurts and just like knock this guy out, bro. But I'm not gonna talk about like Shakur, as like he's a weakling. He's not a weakling, but the bro can actually get knocked out. Like that's not a joke. But the thing is, this bro is like insanely good. He could take down Navarrete. And isn't Navarrete like one weight class below him? Anyways, so like I don't think that would even be a fair match, to be honest. But I mean, there are so many. I mean, when I seen a Shakur fight, a couple fights, like I seen a couple of his fights. When I seen him fight, this bro, I don't even know this guy's so young. Number one, he's like, what is he, like 21, 20? Like the bro's like not even hasn't even hit puberty yet, and this guy's like swinging as hard as like Ali and like and Tyson.
Can you explain who you are talking about? You keep saying Dubois. Are you talking about Dubois, the heavyweight?
No, I said Shakur.
Oh,
yeah, I never said Dubois. I said Tank. I was talking about Tank and then and Shakur.
I'm sorry, I misheard then.
Oh, you're good. But I don't think that's what my point is, though. I don't think nobody can really take Shakur Stevenson down besides Tank. Like if that were to be a matchup, Navarrete, I think he's not even gonna. If he's trying to fight Stevenson, it's not gonna happen. Like he's gonna be taken down, in my opinion. In a 12-round, 3-minute fight, yeah, he's pretty. Bro is like he's kind of flimsy when it comes to like. I don't know. He's not as agile. You got to have like agility. Sometimes like some fighters have like this unique ability to just like be super quick and fast within their movement that they just don't. They like they can overcome slow fighters. Like a fast fighter will always overcome a slow fighter that has power, bro. That's just a fact in the world of boxing. All right, that's why Crawford beat Spence, bro. That's about it.
All right, Brandon. Appreciate you calling in, my brother. If you want to voice your opinion, the number to call 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. We got Barrow City E. What up? Barrow City E Discord. Yo, yo. Yo, yo. My man said, what do I think about De Los Santos versus Sabril Matias? Dog, let De Los Santos stay at 35 and avenge that loss before he start moving up to fight Sabril Matias. What the hell? Dudes need to handle business where they at. Keeping it moving, we going to Phoenix. Who do we have here on the line? Let me make this simpler. Looks like I have a new caller. New caller in Phoenix. Who's this?
Hello, it's Miguel. Can you hear me?
Miguel, where are you calling from? Is it Phoenix?
Yeah, man. Pretty close, Mesa.
All right. Talk to us, champ. What's on your mind?
So, I'm thinking Shakur needs to make some noise, man. Like, if he beats Navarrete, I think he will make some real big noise in the boxing community. Because Navarrete just whipped, what's his name? Valdez. He just whipped him pretty good. So, if Shakur beats Navarrete the same way Navarrete beats Valdez, I think he's gonna get some eyes on him, and he's gonna get more people to wanna like more fans are gonna want that fight with Tank and the other big fighters. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. I think he should fight Navarrete regardless of what other people say, because I think it'll be a pretty interesting fight between those two guys.
All right, champ. Appreciate you calling in for the first time, man. Hope you keep tuning in. Let's see here. We going out to. I just sent Jamel Herring the link. Hopefully he can jump on. That'll be good. I know he's making a comeback. What do we got? Hey, there he is. Uh-oh, he might not have service. Jamel, okay.
What's up, bro?
How are you, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling, bro. I'm good.
So you got the
I'm trying.
bug. Uh-oh, he froze up. Jamel. Damn. He gonna have to get to the service. It looked like he was outside on the porch. All right, we'll wait. We'll give him a few seconds before we take any other calls, because you know how that be. I don't want to have to cut anybody's call in half. In the meantime, in between time, we have this live poll here at youtube.com/the boxing voice, where we're asking Shakur Stevenson versus Emanuel Navarrete, who wins and how. 52% believe Shakur by decision, 26% believe Shakur by KO, 14% Emanuel Navarrete by KO, and 8% Emanuel Navarrete by decision. All right, we got you, champ.
My
Much
bad,
better.
bro.
Nah, no worries, man. So how's everything?
Nah, everything cool, bro. Everything cool. I can't complain.
But you got the bug.
Oh yeah. November 7th. As of right now, they had just posted. They had just put it on boxing scene. I mean, box rec earlier today. Somebody had pointed it out to me. So yeah, I just I couldn't send them because how it goes. You got to wait for everybody to make the announcement, whatever. But they put it out there already.
So what is it? What is it? I mean, sometimes fighters feel like they need to step away, then that time off, they feel rejuvenated. What was it for you?
Honestly, it was Tim Bradley and Andre Ward, because I do commentary with Top Rank. So every time I would see them at a meeting, they would always be like, "Yo, when you gotta come back, you gotta go back," because because they can see me right now. I don't put on, like in between fights and whatever. I don't put on like a ton of weight and nothing like that. And I'm always active. You know what I mean? So they were just like, "Bro, you should get back in it." So plus, when you watching the fights up close every weekend or whatever with these guys, you get that itch because you up close and you watching a lot of these fights. So that's really what a lot of it played out to, and here we are now.
Now you coming right back to an undefeated fighter, bro.
That's me. That's me. I don't listen, because for one, if I want to get back in it right and I want to get back to the title scene, you know what I mean. I'm not looking past anybody, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, undefeated fighter, whatever. But when you look, like, again, everybody can go look at boxing, whatever, and I'm not knocking anybody, but at the same time, there's levels, and you know what I mean. And I fought the best out there from 35, 30, whatever you want to put it at. So to me, it's not a thing. And anything, it's like one of the moments of like, if I can't get past this, then I definitely don't need to be fighting no more after this. That's just me. But
For
again,
sure.
I mean, I'm up for the task. I never ran from nobody. You know that. You know that, Ness. I mean, you've been around. Matter of fact, you've been around me since when I was going pro after the Olympics. That's how
Yeah,
far
the
you and
whole
I go back.
career. I've
That's what
been
I'm
there for the
saying. You've
whole
been,
career.
yeah. So like me. I ain't never get even when I was PBC, whatever. I ain't never get handed nothing easy. So again. I actually chose this route to go. I was like, yo, I mean, just make the fight. We had somebody before. I didn't like how the opponent looked. It was like he had like 4 losses back to back. It wasn't gonna do nothing for me. So I mean, yeah, I got to get the ring rust off, but at the same time, it has to at least make sense to get me in that direction because I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it for a while. I could have got the Joker Dina fight coming back, but I was saying to myself, why would I want to jump into that fight coming up? Coming from a year layoff or whatever, and at least give myself. I at least have to give myself a chance to, to go in there and win it. So I wasn't coming back just looking for a paycheck because Cordina and his team they wanted me to fight September 29th or 30th, the same day as Jamel Charlo and Canelo, but I was like, It just didn't make any sense. So I was like, let me at least, knock some ring rust off with a decent name, and then we could talk about that discussion after the fact. Because he fights November 4th now, and I fight only 7th. So if all paths lead up, it just makes sense with that route. I know Lamont Roach recently on another podcast expressed that he wants a rematch if he beats Hector Garcia for the WBA title. So whenever that fight happens, I'll look out for that fight. I don't have any issues with Top Rank. Me and Top Rank, we still have a great relationship. So you never know. They may be calling. I know you guys were talking about Navarrete, but they may be calling about that. So again, I mean 130. At least like I said, I have options, and that's a great thing. If you know what I'm saying, because bro, if you ain't got no options, you see how some of these fighters are. They don't know where to go. But at least I have options, and I have a direction and a path I want to go.
Certainly, sounds like there's a lot of options out there for you. This is a Lou DiBella card. Speaking of options, that door
man.
was open for you.
Yeah, and I went that route. And again, Tom Rank always made jokes like why I didn't come back to them or like renegotiate it. And it's nothing. It was like it was no bad blood, but like you see it like at least with Lou. Lou works for everybody. He can go across street to PBC. He can work with Matchroom. He can go to Top Rank. So that's why I went that route. So like depending how this fight goes in November, I don't have to worry about just being on like making those in-house fights or stuff like that. If it makes sense, I can go different directions. So that's why me and Lou started working together. And again, even with Lou said to me, if my body didn't feel right for whatever reason after this fight, he wouldn't hold me to no contract obligations. I think I can just go my way. But again, like I said, if I was gonna jump back in it, I wanted to take it serious and then do it the right way.
So it's gonna be 30 or 35.
I wanted that 30. I wanted that 30, but the kid, they kept complaining about the weight, so I think it's gonna be at 33, 32-ish. But like I want to prove that
But ultimately,
30,
your
30,
plan
30,
is to
yeah.
fight at 30.
30, yeah, 30. Yeah, I can still make the weight. And so it's like I got like I said, I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to train for my strength conditioning to take care of my body at the UFC PI, Performance Institute. I know a lot of people know what's like. You see a lot of boxers going there now. I got my nutritionist back on board, so making 130 won't be an issue. But again, main thing, I got to go to camp. I go to camp to bulk back up to put muscle on. So like making the 130 wasn't an issue. Like right now, I'm probably like 144, 145 max. Like I don't go up 30, 20 something. You know what I'm saying? 20 pounds for me is max. I probably see 150 after I bulk up. By fight night, or whatever. But at the same time, we're close to it. But I don't like in between fights. I don't never go up. You'll never see me like one past 155. I'll tell you that much right now.
That's good, man. I know you started a management company, didn't you?
Yeah. First fight, shout out to my man, Jerry Casares. I know. I got one of my fighters, Micaiah Krebs. She's gonna be fighting on the night that I fight. My guy Misiel Lopez, he just fought last week. Took a loss against an undefeated opponent. We're working with an undefeated Scottish kid, Stephen
Yeah. I
Nunes,
watched that fight with Messiah
Yeah.
Lopez.
We're working with guys. Now we got a kid out in Scotland that we're working on finishing up a promotional deal for him probably today or tomorrow, matter of fact. And so I've been busy with that. But again, I'm always around boxing. When you're around it so much, of course, you as a fighter, you're gonna get that itch.
So I don't know the rules or regulations or laws to this, but now that you're a manager, are you able to manage yourself?
Nah, I keep my partner that I manage with in that position. But yeah, pretty much like I can manage myself. But again, like when I get into like the fighter mode, I don't like to deal with all that politicking behind the scenes. So I like to be kept in the loop, of course. But I usually let my man JC take care of a lot of that, so I can just focus on just training. But in between, whatever, yeah, I'm definitely still gonna be on managing. But in terms of my own career, yeah, I'm like, because Lou's, like I said again, Lou's a friend, so I can call him right now and we could talk about the moves we want to make. Like between me and you, Lou and I, we had like a 3-fight. We had like a 3-fight plan. Like the first fight was just to come back and shake the rust off. The second fight, maybe fight somebody, obviously a high contender, and then the third fight be a world title. But ever since, with the Joker Dina started talking and this one started calling me out. And so Lou was saying, like, listen, we could probably go from 1 to 3 off of 2 fights. So that's what we're looking at right now. But definitely I gotta get past this fight first.
Yeah, it seems like that Carl Frampton fight has gotten you a lot of popularity in the UK,
Yeah.
and there seems like there's a lot of opportunities for you across the pond. Is that what you
Right.
feel?
Yeah, I mean, you hit it right on the nail, bro. Like that's what the whole like saying Cardina came about because I got a lot of fans over there in the UK and Ireland, so of course they want me to go. They want me to come over there to fight them, and yeah, you know me, I don't have no issue doing that. Again, like I said, my path has always been hard, so it's no different now. So I don't really care about going to Wales and fighting whoever. But again, Lou has something else that he wants to do over here, then whatever. Yeah, but definitely that's a path I can go. Just like I said, I'm waiting to see how this Roach and Garcia fight plays out and so on.
Yeah, that's right. I seen Lamont Roach. It looks like his team are going to promote the fight, right?
Right? Yeah. I think they did a purse bid or something like that. But I don't know. I just want to Garcia side had won it. I don't. But yeah, I know Lamont Roach. I don't know his situation with Golden Boy if there is a situation anymore. But yeah, he's definitely promoting the cards I see in his own. I guess.
Speaking of comebacks, what would you say to a Tevin Farmer fight? It sounds like he's trying to ultimately get his way back to 30 as well.
Nah, I mean, I know me and Tevin actually spoke about fighting each other a while ago before I came back. It's no secret. I know my man Lou Bella again. He brought that name up too. So you know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna make them Yeah, they brought that name up, as well as a lot of other names. So
That's a
like, yeah, I
perfect
mean,
you just spoke of like that possible top name before. That's a perfect segue after this
that's what I
fight.
mean.
That's
And
decent.
that actually came about, like I said, being that second name. Like I needed like a name or contender or top contender out there. But yeah, shout out to my man Tevin. I mean, I'm saying it's business. It's no bad blood. Like I said, me and Tevin spoke about the possibilities about that a few months ago. Matter of fact, I guess on Twitter Pot when the whole little thing over there we had got on there and spoke about it. But yeah, Ludabella and my team they brought that up as well with Tevin. So I'm throwing that out there right now.
Champ, I gotta ask because I mean, and maybe it's out there, so it makes the question easier. But
Right.
why no more? Team Crawford, Team Bomac. I feel like I give credit to them. Obviously, you had a lot to do with that, but for them to take you after the losses, with PBC cut you off, now they brought you back to a champ, and you not with them no more. I know that was before you ended your career, so I don't know if
Yeah. Nah,
I
it's
just feel
crazy.
like you looked your best with them. I don't know if you
No,
feel that way.
I'm with you. No. I mean, I give them guys a lot of praise. Them guys, because of them, I became a world champion. So I'm always gonna have love for Bud in the game. I actually still speak to them. Before the whole situation with Bomac, Bomac hit me up because I was supposed to work with him coming back. A lot of people didn't know that, and we was working on because he said, "Listen, bro," he said, "Listen, after Bud and Arrow fight, let's sit down and let's talk about reuniting and going from there."
Yes.
But at the time, I was supposed to actually fight in September, so that would mean that I would have to start my training camp while he was still preparing, with Bud, whatever, and things. So like, the move was, let me go just do what I got to do to get this rust off, and then we'll circle back to it. But man, me and Vomac, we still good. We still on good terms. I mean, Terrence just hit me up. Like I hit him up after the fight, and he wanted me to come to Omaha so we can kick it and catch up and talk about things. So there's still a good relationship over there. Just that like the timing and everything was off because I was telling him, I said, listen. Then the November situation came up, and I was saying to myself, and I told Bomac, and he understood where I was coming from, but I was like, he would be tied up again because Bud was fighting Arrow, I guess, in December. So
Yeah.
it just and
Plus, they got Keyshawn in October 14th.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
three of
that's what
them.
I mean.
It's
But
three of them,
but but
and they live out here now, champ.
I get it, but a lot of that, even Keyshawn had put it out too, like because I called his last fight, and that's when I sat down with Bomac and him. But Keyshawn had sat down and said he understood because he said that even for that camp, a lot of their attention was on Bud, but we could understand why, because at that time before we didn't know how it was going to play out, but that was a big fight for them. So a lot of their attention, even with all those trainers, and shout out to Red and Sawu, a lot of that focus needed to be on Bud. So Keyshawn, yeah, he was there, but they so they had their attention elsewhere, and I was like, for me, I can't afford any setbacks. So I was like, let me just go do right here, and but we can always circle around back to that.
So in enters Wayne McCullough. How'd that come about?
Oh, again, when I had one of my fighters from Scotland, Stephen Nunes. We set up Wayne with him, and say Wayne. Like a lot of people may not know Wayne, but Wayne is he's an Eddie Futch guy, and we all know the pedigree of Eddie Futch. Wayne's a former world champion, a silver Olympic medalist. So Wayne is not a bad trainer, and again, my team really wanted me to be in Vegas, and I was actually going to train with my guy Kay Karoma, but on, like I said, the management side, I had a kid. Like when Michelle, if he would have won that fight last weekend, Top Rank wanted him to fight my guy Bruce Carrington. So it wouldn't have looked good with me training with Kay, but he's getting Bruce ready to fight my guy. So I had to go another route, but I still wanted to train in Vegas because Vegas has a lot of good work now, and I wanted to use the UFC PI because I gotta take care of my body. We're not getting younger, so like at least take care of your body, get the best, preparation that you could possibly get. So I still wanted to come to Vegas, and that's when I said, Wayne's also a good trainer in his own right. So that's why I went with Wayne.
Your fighter fought William Foster III.
Yeah.
Oof. He was in tough, champ.
Tough.
I
But it was
knew
one of those things.
I ain't even gonna front. I picked him bet against him. Fucking
Yeah.
William got the stoppage. I wasn't expecting that. Even though your guy was stopped the fight before in one round. But I bet that he was gonna last the decision because of that. Because he got that first round stoppage, he was gonna fight everything in his heart not to be stopped early again. That was a good fight. I tuned into that, man. That was a good fight.
You know what it was though, and the business is one situation where it was like you got to take it because of his previous fights, or you got to sit on the bench. And it was his. Like I always give him the decision. Like, listen, you want to take this fight? It's on you. He was up for it, even though I know for a fact Michelle he's not a 130 fighter. Michelle, if anything, he needs to be at 122 because you seen the size in the ring. But again, there was no excuses. It's what he wanted. He wanted it. But again, we got to regroup. I know we can work at Pro Box wants him to come back. Matter of fact, because they said great things about him. So if we bring him back, we just probably just bring him back at 122 and just go from there. But again, I know that was a tough fight for him. But Michelle has a big heart. He took it. He came up short, and it is what it is.
Yeah, that kid Foster need to get with you, man. He's 30 years old, 15-0, and he's
strong. Yeah.
They moving him too slow. They moving him too slow. He's about to lose his good years. It's like he got 2 good wins, but he's moving so slow. I mean, he beat De Los Santos, the one that's trying to fight Shakur right now. He beat him already.
Yeah. No, I peeped that. But again, like I don't know his management position. I don't know what it is. Over there. But again, if he is free, whatever. I don't have no issues sitting down. I mean, look at me right now. I'm advising Jamel Ortiz. Like what I'm saying. Like I work. Yeah, a lot of y'all didn't know that. Me and Jamel Ortiz work together. I'm gonna see Jamel this week. I gotta work. I'm leaving Wednesday to come to Vegas. To come to Texas for the for that
Jermaine
card.
But Ortiz that's fighting on Top Rank in Mexico.
Yeah. Jermaine Ortiz that beat me last year is fighting this Friday in Texas.
Oh wait, isn't he fighting Moran? That's in Texas. I thought that was Mexico.
No, he's fighting on the Joet Gonzalez, Gonzalez Lopez card. He's on that card. It's Friday. It's this Friday. So I'll see Jermaine. We'll speak. I already know.
Oh,
we know.
So you advise him that, which means you must know. Because I heard today that if he wins, he's supposed to be re-ranked in the WBC, and I'm using air quotes. He's going to be re-ranked, and he might get that Shakur fight.
Right. Correct. It ain't no.
As an advisor, are you going to advise him to take it? Is that not a quick turn? Because you're an advisor now and a fighter. Is that a quick turnaround for November?
It's what he wants. But it all depends.
But again, as a fighter, is it a quick turnaround? Could you have done it?
No, it depends how he gets. If he gets his guy out of here early, if he goes a distance and takes punishment, hell no. Like it's Shakur. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Like for real, let's be real. He gotta get him. he gotta get him out of here. But like I said, he gotta handle business. He gotta handle business Friday. I told him I'll be there. Like I said, I'll be commentating also, but I'll be there to make sure he needs everything he gets. Look out for Jermaine. Jermaine's a good dude, but again, if he wants to turn around November, if he feels good and he takes no damage, then of course, because he's always working. That's one thing about Jermaine. I will say he's always working. But again, I guess we got to wait to see if Dos Santos takes because they're going down the line. I think he's 6, and then Jermaine is 7. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Jermaine, he wants to fight. You know what I mean? He wants to fight. Like I said, I brought in the same nutrition that I use, perfecting athletes, because you guys know he had that weight issue. So listen, I was like, listen, if I get down the weight, use them, bro. I'm telling you, they'll help you out too. So right now, I spoke to him the day before yesterday. He said he feels good. The weight's coming down. The weight's coming down better than it did the last time out, and we just gotta wait and see.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad that you're managing, man. We need more boxers taking on these roles because you guys know what's going on, man.
Yeah, yeah. Like for me, like I just want to look out for fights. Like I'm not out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, get rich off of these fighters like that. Like I mean, I feel like if I'd rather take something than nothing, and that's what a lot of these managers do. They rather cash out or whatever, get the most off the rip. I'm like, nah. Like I told you, man, listen, bro. We can get you that purse that you want. You just gotta do it the right way. You just gotta do it the right way. But again, like I said, I for me, I just want to look out for the fighters and make, you know what I'm saying, and have them live out their opportunities and dreams as much as possible. So I'm willing to work with anybody if it makes sense. And I'm willing to work also around it's not like I don't want to be that manager that's just known for working with one man, like with one promotion. Like I literally called Al Heyman direct because I still got Al's number. I obviously work with Top Rank, Lou DeBella. I just started talking with the guys that does pro box. I'm working over there with these. So, and I spoke to, matter of fact, I spoke to Oscar De La Hoya back and forth on Instagram like a week ago, and we said we was gonna sit down and if it makes sense and do something over there. So I just want to basically have my presence around the whole board.
But talking to Oscar De La Hoya, was that as a manager or as a fighter? Because he's got a guy in Schofield.
That's a manager. That's a manager. Like, but again, like when I first came to you, when I first started talking with you back in the day, I was with Al fighting on Golden Boy card. So I always kept a relationship with those guys over there. Like, just in case. I never wanted to burn bridges because I never knew what my future would hold, and thank God I didn't. So like, it was easier for me to come back around and be like, yo, Oscar, I got something I want to talk to you about. Let's do this.
For sure.
Yeah, but
so
again,
I mean, since you brought up Oscar and your back fight, and I gotta ask. I mean, obviously, you already said you want to campaign at 30, but is there enough money to get you at 35 with Oscar's fighter, Kid Schofield?
How much is paying?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
Yo.
Is there because some fighters would be like, nah, it don't matter the money. I know I'm better at 30.
It's not because at the same time, Floyd, my guy, it's my guy. I actually tried to sign Floyd as the manager side. Me and Floyd, so I know his pops. I know his pops and everything. Floyd is my guy, but I don't think I don't think I would honestly because again. Okay, you say you win. Like, what goes from there? And it's like I don't want to campaign at 35 anyway. Like, my main thing is like, let's be honest, 135 is too hectic right now. We all see it's too much going on right now. And then the fights that we want to see at 135, they're not happening. It's like so it's like okay, you take this fight, you win, but then I'm not getting any younger. What do we do? Wait around for the sideline? Rather we're at least at 130, one fight I could potentially be back at a world title shot. That's how I look at it.
For sure.
Besides the Floyd and him, honestly, I thought he was gonna fight. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Speaking of Golden Boy, they did reach out. They potentially I've heard that they wanted me to fight JoJo. Somebody over. But again, it's like it has to lead to something. Like what I'm saying, I had no issue with that. Me and JoJo expressed each other. He knows I wanted to fight him at one point. He wanted to fight me at one point when he was at 130. So what I mean, I told him if it led to a world title, then that's a different story. But if it just to make a fight, I'm like I don't have that time on my hands to just make a fight that don't do nothing afterwards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just me being up front with everyone.
Nah, man. I'm glad we got you on, man. I'm glad to hear everything is going well. Good to see that you coming out to Vegas. That's gonna be good. So,
Yeah.
when you get out here?
Well, I gotta get. I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna after Friday night. After this whole card with Top Rank, I gotta go back out to Vegas anyway because they want me to call a fight from the studio, the Japanese card that's coming up on the 18th. So I was like, I should be out there maybe that Saturday morning, and I stay out there until like early November. Till I
Nice.
get till I come back to New York for whatever for the Nick Molina fight.
All right. Well, Jamel, man, give everybody your social media, and obviously we thank you for your time.
No, I appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that was in the comments showing love and told me to come on and everything. You know, Nesh Yours was my guy since day one. Y'all know you can find
Appreciate
me
it.
at Jamel Herring, Twitter, Instagram. Y'all know I show love everywhere I go, so it is what it is.
All right, man. Thank you so much. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Former world champ Jamel Herring coming back. I like it, man. I like it. There's a lot of fights for him. It's beautiful to see someone have so many opportunities, and I love to see his growth. You know, he went from fighter to manager, and he's doing his thing, man. Happy for him. Happy for him. That Tevin Farmer fight is good. The Cordina fight is good. I forgot to say Oshaki, who works with Lou DiBella. That's another good fight at 134 title. I don't know. You know, he's going to have to do something to get Oshaki to want that. If Oshaki could win this Rocky Hernandez fight, I'm not really counting on Hernandez out, you know. Mexicans always tough, man. You got to be in top dog shape for a real, true Mexican like a Venaldo Lopez, a Mauricio Laura. You know, you got to be shape, because them dudes will outwork you, and that skill will mean nothing. Um, so we'll see. Hopefully, Oshaki is in shape. All right, man. I got a couple callers. Us this in the 915. Let me see that I get to him. El Paso certainly did not. This is Abraham. What up?
What's up, bro? So
Chilling.
what's the topic about? Is this a made fight or is this in the works?
Navarrete had a press conference today where Salvador Rodriguez of ESPN was there and obviously got some quotes, and Navarrete seeking this Shakur fight.
It's good, bro. It's really good because right now, outside of Canelo Alvarez, El Vaquero is the hottest fucking Mexican boxer, bro. And I'm only telling you that because I tune into a bunch of Mexican boxing shows, and Vaquero is they want Vaquero versus Shakur. There's a channel that's been pushing Vaquero versus Shakur for the last 2 years, but I hope it happens, bro. And to me, it's a tougher fight than Frank Martin. This motherfucker throws punches and bunches.
On paper, it certainly has to be. Vaquero's a 3-time champion, and he throws a bunch of punches. He's been in there with better opposition than Frank as well.
I really like it. I like it for both of them because I feel like any of the two, whoever wins that fight is gonna rise to the top, bro. I hope they do make it. What weight though? Was it 135?
Well, Vaquero said if Shakur has a belt, he'll fight him at 35. If he don't got a belt, they could do a catch weight. But Vaquero's he's not the A side. So he can't dictate dictate catch weights, but you know, yes, he did mention it.
That's dope. I'm really excited for this fight. Really excited because you know, I like Vaquero, but after his last fight, I was like, God damn, I did not know this motherfucker was like that. He certainly put a beating on Valdez, bro.
Hell yeah.
I want to see what Shakur does with someone in there that throws fucking bunches like a motherfucker. That dude is not. I think the lowest punch count was like 90 in one of the rounds. That's just fucking insane. That dude, he has an engine, and he can go, man. But that's it, bro. I hope it does get made because I would pay money if they slap that bitch on pay-per-view. I'm not even gonna lie.
All
Have a
right.
good one, bro.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. Let's see who is on the line on Twitter. If you wanna rock and roll, go ahead and request. And if not, Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Until the next one. Peace.